got missing in so and so class, the child got missing, we don't want such. Alright, so firstly, I'm reviewing the procedures. Firstly, I'm reviewing the procedures. So these are just some of the I think we're going to be talking about this a lot. Since we started looking at the learning environment, we have been talking about what does safety encompass and what are some of the things. So this is just an extension of what we have been talking about. At this point, I believe you all have an idea. So these are just some of the procedures that at the school or as a caregiver, care provider can provide in order to make sure that the school is safe. Train all teachers and support staff. Train all teachers. Before you even invite the children, they want to make sure that your teachers are members. All staff, whether support staff or members, staff are all trained because you don't want to bring children and environment that you make sure. Alright? So make sure that you train them. And the training should not only be one. Training can be you do it maybe every 10. Alright? So you do the training on safety and you read it together. Or maybe every 10. That is why I said, if you remember the other day I was saying, if you happen to come across a training on maybe safety and security anywhere where they offer you, whether for free or online for free or somewhere, it's important that you also join, right? Have a certificate, evidence and security procedure. It's important that you have that. It helps because in the school that you're going to be in, it's going to be a class, if you're the basic, and I also have a certificate. Right? So it's important that only that I think it's really there for our country, it's really there for people to organize safety and security because unless it's an intro, they do have the training for their members of staff. But I've never come across maybe a particular organization that covers the training in safety and security. They really have it. I've never. But you can be on the lookout, okay? US Embassy does a lot of training. So you can be on the lookout that if they put up some training, make sure that you go for the training. It's important for your own knowledge. So train all teachers and support staff. Ensure that windows lock securely but are easily opened from inside. So make sure that the windows are locked, but they're easily open in case of the fire, right? We need to have windows that go out. You can't go out like that. You want to have, so it means in terms of security, we want to keep the security because we need windows that we can actually open. In terms of the fire, if the door doesn't open, but the windows are able to open. So make sure. Come in.
After this class, please let us know that presentation. Bro, you know where you go. Sure.
Alright. So let's continue. Alright, so let's continue. We're still looking at supervision. We're still looking at safety and we're still looking at supervision, sorry. So we're looking at the sectors that we discussed. Some of the things that the school can do in order to keep the environment safe. So we started with training what teachers and support staff to make sure that we train them, and the training has to be regular, not just once, but it has to be regular just to keep up with what is happening in the school. Ensure that windows lock securely but are able to open from the inside, so we're there. We make sure that the window is locked but they also open from there inside. This one particularly makes sense to schools, especially schools in the US and in the United States, where they know the guns, right? We frequently hear about the gunfire and all that. So they make sure that they are following the segregations of the windows. They're even training the students, the little ones, how to keep the door has to be closed in a way that somebody doesn't come in, so make sure that you close it, and then somebody forces it. If somebody forces it open, the door it doesn't open. So they do those training, those kinds of training for the children as well as the teachers. Conduct a fire alarm evaluation. So usually the schools, they'll have a bell, they'll have somewhere where when you press, you know that that's an alarm. That's a fire or something. So you usually conduct fire alarm evaluation, and then so that the children, when they hear the alarm, they know that it's time to go out. Be ready for natural disasters, extreme weather, and school. You have to be ready for that. Strengthen partnerships with public safety officials. So the schools, the preschools need to work with for example, the fire department, the department of the city council. In case of a fire, you know who to call, right? So make sure that you're working with such officials. Evaluate and define immediately. Make sure that you evaluate and define. This should also be done regularly so that you're evaluating. Are we doing the right thing? When you're evaluating, it means you did a risk assessment. You sit down and see whether you're on track or whether you're not doing it before. So that assessment is going to help you to evaluate and refine where necessary. Where you think we have not done wrong, and refine the need to repair. On that, emergency drills, not only with the teachers but even the children. You conduct emergency drills. We know what emergency drills are. Do you know that? So emergency drills, it's just like a training where you're getting prepared in case of the fire, where it's assembly point. Do we have a do we know for this school? For this school? They have somewhere where they tell you, in case of a fire, we're all going to bring a point. Or when you go to a business station, you will notice that they put up somewhere, they put up a sign, assembly point. That's a place where in case of a fire, you all run and meet at one point. Okay? So an emergency drill is like a training, a form of training. We just pretend there's a fire, somebody presses point. Why do you have to meet at the same point? Why is that important? Yes, so you make sure that you start counting in time, alright? You start the next count. Is everyone here? So when you meet at 1 point, one assembly point is to make sure that everyone is. Alright, so when we meet at one assembly point, it is just to make sure that everyone is in step. Like we all want to start out in the time. So we know that this person is here and then we go back. Some security officers should be available. Make sure you have security officer. Students should be trained to identify others in need. So you should also train the little ones that they should identify. For example, there are other kids that come to school with some other types of illness. So they should be able, we should train the kids, they should know this one is having an attack. Alright? So they are able to alert the teacher or to alert someone with an attack. So train them to identify others. If someone is choking, they should know that they are choking. Alright? So we even know if somebody is choking, but will you be able to help somebody who is choking? For example, when one day is eating and then has choked, do we know what to do? It's easy. Yes, that is where I would say teachers have to be trained, okay? You don't give water to somebody who is eating. Alright? You don't, but there are certain procedures, there are certain techniques that you can use to make sure that you do, okay? So those are the things that you go for training. If somebody, for example, do we know how to give a CPR to go and then breathe that person's lungs? So those are the things that we should be trained for. So students should also be trained how to give a CPR. If somebody has fainted, what do you do? Alright? If somebody has a seizure, for example, what do we do? If somebody is asthmatic and has an attack in the class, what do you do? Alright? So you should be trained. Don't just, the training should not only be for the kids, but the training should also be for you. In case it happens somewhere, we should be aware. What do I do in this by the child is choking? What should I do? What are my partners that should say? It's not the training. Everybody has to take it up. Alright, so the other kind of supervision, we also look at training children on an outing. Alright? It's important that the children go for an outing. We call it a field trip. Okay? We usually call it a field trip. Yeah, field visit or field trip is an outing. They go somewhere and then they live there. So they also have to do supervision. Supervision can be in the classroom, outside, or when you're taking them out at the school. They are still they're still within your sight, and then you also have to supervise them. Providers must ensure to carry out the risk assessment. It's important. Every outing, before an outing, carry out a risk assessment. Alright? Ahead of an outing, examining specific details such as this. So you carry out an assessment. Before you even start, even when you just talk about an outing, do a risk assessment. Alright, what are some of the hazards that we are going to face? Is the road okay? Is the bus that we're going to use okay? Is the route sign the mouth of the waiter. So you're doing the assessment. Before you go, you start doing the assessment. It's important that you do the assessment. That's the first thing that you do. You do the assessment. Identifying a bus or a minibus with 6 girls, their kids. What you know, they want to understand how bus or 6 girls. But for other countries, you don't take a child without a 6 girls or without a car seat. Alright? They always have to be on a car seat. For as long as they are, I think under 5, they need to be on a car seat. Without that, you are arrested or you are fined. So a kid will make sure if you're using a bus or a minibus, you have to have classes. They are 9 years. Do not use staff cars as they are not insured for that purpose. Alright? So there's a thing that will say, I will use my car. No, don't use a person or a staff car. Why do you not use a car? Always to pay for the damage. You know? So you don't have to use a staff car. Maybe a rental. Alright? A rental car or something. That way, when you are involved in an accident, it is the responsibility of the street, not you as an individual. If using public transport, avoid peak hours, a lot of traffic these days. So if you're going for an outing, avoid going those hours when you know that there's a lot of traffic on the road. Those are peak hours. So avoid those times because you want to go there in time, you want to be there in time and come back in time for the children to move back to their home. So make sure that you're going time when the traffic is not deep, is not too much. When that's the discount will set it off or that it's very important. You count all the things that you have even give them number, alright? Before you get in the bus, give them number, your number 1, 2, 3, 4. When they're getting in, count the count. Before you start off, let's count the numbers. If you know that there's no number 8, no number 8. As you get behind. Alright? So you do a head count. You give the number of their children so they are going to be excited that their safety is also a priority. Have a record of what children and start on the outing. When you go out, you are 20, come back 20. Don't go out 20 and come back the thing that happened. Or make sure it's the same number. Encourage good behavior because we have been talking about supervising, we also supervise behavior. So you encourage good behavior. Before you even go, you even sit down with the children and tell them. I remember recently, alright, we are done. So we were on encouraging good behavior. So I will give you an example of about the 2 weeks ago, our son was going on an outing, he was going on a tour, on a 2 visit at Zodiac. They were going to Zodiac discussing one part. So before they even went, they were told what to do. Alright, one of them was good behavior, and they had to decide, they had to say, they had to memorize, alright, because they were encouraged to good behavior. So whenever they come home, he would recite or say, another person should memorize them, so you come home and memorize, because what they were doing is just emphasizing on good behavior. Alright, so it's very important that you keep on behaving. Tell them the consequences of not behaving or what will happen if you don't behave. So that way the children are going to go and behave and come back. Planning for the weather, you also need to consider the weather, you know whether it's hot, whether it's raining, consider the weather. And beforehand, explain to the parents, we want the children to dress this way. Whether they are putting on a school uniform, but if it's journey, make sure that the winner there is very important, right? So you have to also plan for the weather. So these are just some of the They're also going to learn. They're going to have fun, but they're also going to learn. So usually when the kids go out, when they go out for an outing, you encourage them to go out, have fun, but you also encourage them to write what they say, because it's a part of the learning. So you can take them to a zoo, a wildlife park, a farm, a library. You can take them to a museum, say a factory, a police station, shops. But make sure that it's an educational. You don't just go one over and come back. They go, they see, they write the report about it. So that's what they think talk about. Don't just go and come back. So those are some of the things that you can do. At the end of the day, they have to learn whether to Alright, so those are some of the benefits of taking children on. So number one, outings can help the children feel more rooted in their local community and make connections with the outside world. Because you're taking them to museums, you're taking them to all those places, that will make them feel connected to their local or the outside world. So whatever they're learning, they connect to what they're doing outside the outside world. So it's important that the children have outings. Outings can provide rich learning opportunities, including hands-on and interactive experiences, building on what the children are learning in the nursery or the school. Outings can stimulate curiosity and inspire new thinking. So when you go out for outings, that is when you discover that the children are the best skills. Alright? They will go, even if you show them before the outing that you need to write down the questions that you're going to ask, they will write a lot of questions. Kids are very interesting. They are very open to learning. So even if you told them, write down all the questions that you have, they can write thousands and thousands of questions. So you will discover that at the end of the outing, you will discover more skills from the children. You discover that some of them are very good at report writing. You will discover that some of them have got their interests have shifted. Maybe they wanted to be something else, but they have shifted after a outing. They want to be a policeman. Those are some of the things that the kids are interested in. So you are inspired. The whole essence of going for an outing is also just to inspire them to go and visit. For example, to take them to a police station, just for them to go to see people in their way uniform. They get inspired. So you inspire them, but you also stimulate their curiosity. Outings can foster children's social skills and self-confidence. Because I think this is why kids that go to private schools are different from this is one of the reasons why kids that go to private schools are different from the ones that go to public schools. For the private schools, when they go out on an outing, it encourages social skills because they're going to interact, but it is also for their confidence. Because they go and they write a report. What is it that you saw? So they all present. That is one of the encouraging their self-confidence. Or they will tell them, write down all the questions that you have, and then you can ask when you go to the outing site. So they write down the questions and then they will ask the questions. That is one way of encouraging self-confidence because they are speaking more. Alright? So it encourages their confidence. Outings can help promote healthy living. Easy by walking, walking and joining with the natural environment. Because sometimes when you go, for example, at the museum, they go and then they walk around, they move, they do that, they a lot of stuff, they run around. That is one way of promoting healthy. But sometimes you take them to a park, they are going to play, run around. That is one way of encouraging healthy living. So there are so many benefits about it. But an outing cannot be done without supervision. You don't just take the children and visit and they go. No. You take them, but they're there the whole time. So that active supervision is also going to involve the outing. So what other benefits can you think of? Any other benefits that you can think of as a part of this? Yeah, that is very so exposure to different environments. Sometimes maybe it's your first time going to the museum, it's your first time going to the zoo, it's your first time going to under library, right? It's your first time going to a factory to see how these things are made. So that is exposure to different environments. That is the other benefits. It has to be planned, but in planning, you first do a risk assessment, okay? You assess the risk. That is very important when you plan the risk strategy. It is important. Because what you're trying to do is you're trying to make sure that the environment where you're going is also safe. In as much as the school environment is safe, but where you're also going is safe. So you need to do the assessment. But these are just for some of the things. Purpose of the outing, when you're planning, make sure that you put up the purpose. You don't just say, wake up and say, tomorrow we're going to huge visits. No, you have to indicate what the purpose is. Because even the parents, if you want them to pay, they have to know why are they paying for the outing. So you indicate what the purpose of the planning of the outing, destination, route, and method of travel. Those are some of the things that will make the parents comfortable, alright? Or if you are planning, we are going to this particular site, and then we'll use the route and then the method. The method of travel. We will travel using the school bus, so the parents can okay at least. You also consider children's individual needs. Remember, the needs are different, so you consider the children's. Don't leave anyone behind. You can't say, because this one is on the wheelchair, then they will not go. No, you don't do that. You include everyone. So where are the issues of inclusion? They are also very important when you plan to an outing. Include everyone in the outing. Unless their parents say, no, my child cannot go, but it is for everyone. So consider the things. Do you have anyone in a wheelchair? Do you have anyone who needs it? Do you have anyone? So those are the things that you can be looking at when you're assessing, doing a risk assessment. Teacher-child ratio, how many people are you taking and how many teachers are there? Okay? How many children are you taking? If you're taking 20, how many teachers are there? You cannot just be one teacher in a class of 20, a group of 20. If it's 20, it means there are many. Alright? So you consider the teacher-child ratio. if we go 20 and we have 3 of us, we know that maybe I'll supervise this much, we supervise this, supervise so. It's important that you consider how many children are going and how many teachers so that we have a good number to supervise. Parents, it's important that you parents it. And also another very important thing is seek consent from the parents. Always, before announcing, the school informs the parents. If you go out for an outing tomorrow to this place, and then we're going to the school bus. If your child is going, please indicate that your child is going or is not. If you keep quiet, it means your child wants to go. Alright? Even if you didn't see the message, but you wanted your child to go, you're still with the child because consent is very important. You have to make sure that you seek the allowance. Alright? They allow you to take their child away. So seek consent from the parents. They must allow the school to take the child away. The parents are supposed to know the type of activity, the date, the time, departure and return, destination, type of transport, what are children supposed to bring, cost, and all of them other things. Parents are addressed to them the whole. So they are parents are the role you know. You can just go out and then the parents don't even know that all this going on. You're sending the children somewhere. Alright? So the parents have to know. You even indicate what is your emergency number. If something happens, what contact number should we use as an emergency in case there is an emergency. If there are some trips where parents are around to join, they can join. Okay? So some parents can join the trip around them. Alright, so these are just some steps that teachers and students can take together prior to the outing or planning for an outing. So kids can participate in the planning by suggesting places to visit and necessary items to keep along, as well as how to travel to the destination. You know that the kids are intelligent, right? So if you're taking them out, you also ask them, what do you want to bring? They will tell you what they want. Sometimes it's not necessary to just make things like make out things for them. They also want to take them home. So you ask the class, what do you think you need to go out for an outing? What do you think you're going to bring? They'll say, oh, this is my hat. I want to bring glasses. I want to bring this. I want to bring water. So those are things that you guys need to do because kids are very honest. If there is an honest person in this world with the kids, they will tell you what they need to do. Okay? So make sure that you ask them, you make them participate. Make a list or chart and involve kids with checking off requirements and preparations as they are completed during the planning period. So these are just some of the things that you can be doing while you're planning. Okay? While you're planning, those are the things that you can be doing. Discuss together what you expect to see or do on the outing. If we're going to the museum, what are your expectations? What do you want to see? Alright? So that you should not take your time. Make a collage with words and pictures. After the field trip, follow up by reviewing together what was anticipated compared with what actually happened. So when you come back from the field trip or from the outing, sit down with the kids and then you do a review. They are also human beings. So you sit down with them and then you ask them, how did it go? They will tell you, this happened, we should have done it this way, and right. So it's important that you also do a review, you evaluate afterwards. But to supervision is very good. You don't just I don't just go for announcing without supervision. Make sure that you are well equipped to take out the children well and healthy. Alright, so that is any comments? Any comments or anything that you want to share? Alright, so we go back to our objectives. So we go back to our objectives. So at the end of this lesson, at the end of this class, we began with all these objectives. So I believe we are able to at least explain those objectives. Those are the things that we are looking at. We have looked at main assessment, transaction, diagonal and risk assessment, test the ability, procedure, taking children announcing, taking the So are there any questions? If you cannot, take Amen.